just before it got dark as well, so
Great.
that's a good intro.
Wasn't until you spoke. Hi everybody, Alan Robson with you again for another one of our legendary grisly trails, our night owl ghost hunt. And we've come back to a very special place. Kenny's here, Hollywood McShane behind the camera.
Hello.
This is a place up to its chin in history from, we believe, prehistoric times. Come on in. This is the grand start. It has to be, if we were going to call this anything, I would call it the Curses of Cresswell. We're back at Cresswell Tower. Now, we haven't done a ghost hunt here. We came to the Peel Tower because we were nearby. And in you come. And all of this land belonged to the Cresswells that later became the Baker Cresswells, if you want to get your history right. It's been defended against border reivers. When I call it the curse, or the Curses of Cresswell, there are three separate stories about people who lived on Cresswell land that had horrific things happen, and I'm going to tell you those horrific stories. But the big story involves the enormous building that's just to the north here. Light it up, Kenny. I mean, last time we were here, it was so light you could clearly see it. But tonight, oh my goodness, what a building it is. That's it, ahead. Don't know how well you guys are seeing it. We've left the door open. There you go, we can knock it off now, I think. Yeah, directly behind us. Now, what is this bloody story? Let me tell you, because it is a bloody story. The Cresswells, in their time, now this is after the time after the Vikings, but we were still very much in contact with the Danes. A Danish prince called Rollo fell in love with the Cresswell's daughter. Now the Cresswells were the dukes, the earls, the royalty of the vicinity. Wannabe knights, but they were Anglo-Saxons, so they couldn't become a knight under William the Conqueror and the French. You had to be French to be a knight. If you were Anglo-Saxon, you couldn't. But they wanted to be, so they built their own huge building. They built the Peel Tower. They were their defensive unit, and they became hugely powerful in the vicinity. People looking up to them, people working for them. Now, the girl's father, Cresswell, didn't want to have anything to do with the Danes because of the Viking history, and also the main thing was because Rollo was going to take her on his boat, his longship, back to Denmark, and that was the last thing that the dad wanted. So she went up onto a tower, and I'll show you the tower. It's a fascinating story. Did you hear that?
I heard a noise there straight away in the woods. Great.
We're getting voices. Oh, how about that? That's cool. Before we even start, there it is. There's the tower. So, this beautiful woman dressed in white goes up to the tower so that she can look out to sea, which is that direction. And she sees the longship. She sees the boat bringing her prince for the wedding. And the wedding was going to be held here. They'd prepared food and feasts and all of that. And then she sees the boat land. And she sees her three brothers ride down to greet their new brother-in-law, technically. So off they went. She actually, versions vary of this story, but the one I've gone with, which I think bears more truth, is they see him getting on a horse and he's riding with the three brothers, thinking, well, they've gone there to greet him, they're bringing him to the castle like best men, or like ushers, I suppose, at a wedding. So she rushes off to make herself look as beautiful as she can. She comes back and she's standing on top of that tower. She's looking over here to see the horses coming down. You got to remember, none of the houses were here. But instead of seeing her beloved riding on his horse, this handsome Danish prince, instead his horse rides by, dragging her beloved from one of the stirrups, just dragging his dead body, because the three brothers had killed him to stop him marrying their sister. Father ordered it, and it said, there are stories saying she starved herself to death, she didn't speak to anybody ever again, one that she took her own life. However, the vast majority, and there's about 7 or 8 different versions, 7 of those versions say as soon as she saw her husband's body run past, the father apparently was to have said to her, oh, you'll forget him, you'll marry someone locally. She just leapt all the way down and landed down there on the stone. Now, I've been told subsequently something that I didn't realise, is that people who have seen her ghost and heard her voice, and sometimes been surprised to see someone behind them, and when they look around they can see a face of this beautiful woman, and then suddenly she's not there. They say that some days, and the guy isn't sure whether someone told him this or he made it up himself, but it's said that this branch here is where she used to sit. And there used to be another tree there that she could climb to get her up onto it. It used to spread out under it, and she would sit on that branch. Lovely story. Does she still sit on that branch, watching for people like us coming to tell her amazing story? But look at this place. Before we go in, let's just give you an example of what this is. A peel tower. Why was it necessary? Border reivers. The Scots coming down. There was a lot of reasons for you to have a tower. And a lot of people picture reivers as a bunch of hoolies, a bunch of hooligans. Some of them, if you see paintings of a border reiver, it looks like it's a painting of a king.
I was going to say, gentry, isn't it?
They were gentry, leading a band of hoolies,
yeah.
but to make their family rich, and their family would build buildings like this and defend them. Armstrongs, Charltons, Robsons, they were the 3 main ones here. Got more stories of them once we get into the woods later on, but you needed them, and I've been researching into reivers. What weapons do you think they would carry then, a reiver back in the day?
Reivers, I would have thought some kind of spears and stuff, and would have had art, like arrows and stuff like
Bows
that.
and arrows.
Yeah.
Swords,
Yeah, yeah.
daggers,
Yeah, all of that.
axes,
Yeah.
and a thing called a lang pole.
Right.
Now a lang pole is a border lance. So you know, like
Yeah, yeah.
but it was essentially a spear. But it was a spear that they used kind of like a sword.
Right, right, yeah.
It's so they could get people from a
From
horse.
distance and stuff, yeah, as well.
They never threw it. They stuck it in people.
Brilliant.
And if you've got people like that hanging on your door, the original door for this place is round the other side, and it's, oh, there, in fact, there it is.
There it is, isn't it?
That's the door there. Can you see it on the building? Can you see it with your light or without ours, Tony?
You can see the outline.
It's just
Not with the beam on. The beam
Not with
kills
the beam,
it.
right. Well, because if you were trying to break in to a building, it's too easy down here. So you'd have a ladder going up to there, or a set of wooden staircases. And if you hear that reivers are coming, you destroy the stairs so that nobody can get up, and you're more easily defended. But it's over here I want you to see. Not only because this is the area where tragically she fell, and that is far enough comfortably to kill you, but it's just when you get up here and you climb up, you know, you use the tower to watch for reivers. Now you're watching the countryside for them from up there. Where's the sea from here? That's it over there, isn't it? The sea's in the distance, yes, behind those houses. But back in the day, obviously from the tower, you're able to see everything. You see everything. You see the arrow slots where they'd be defending this place from. And also, if anybody did come desperate to get in, it's so easy to keep them out. Nobody's going to climb through there.
What was his name?
Rollo.
Do you think she saved the last one for him?
Oh.
The
Listen.
last Rollo?
No, it's gone. I'm not sure what it was. Could have been geese, maybe. It's just this. There should be a slab or something here, in my opinion. You know, just to give her the respect. And she said to constantly just stand on the edge, staring out at people.
She's the white lady.
Yeah, and some people have said that they've actually. Oh, there's a bat. Our first bat.
Seen a bat before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it says that sometimes, sometimes you see a figure plummeting down, and it said not to plummet down. It falls like linen, apparently, is what people see from up there. And of course, as soon as we've done an investigation inside of here, let's get out into the wilderness, the darkness, and look at how black it is. My goodness, talk about intimidating. We're heading in there. Yeah. It's where the dead reavers are buried just under the surface, apparently, if the stories are true.
Okay.
And there's 3 other stories of people who worked for the castle, who came to a sticky end down there. Amazing. Right. This is going to be their amazing walled garden. This is where they carried out their archaeological dig, finding all kinds of things. Imagine just coming to a place like this if you're at school. Your school brings you out to do some history and you discover things that are like 10,000 years old.
And we're going in the end of them.
We are right now. Don't need torches for the ground floor. I know Tony's going to freeze at some point in here. Wow. This is the Peel Tower. Amazing. Now, we have a brand new gadget, thanks to you guys, that we will that's probably me.
Do you want to explain what it does for people that don't know?
It's a thing called a REM pod, and it's designed so that if any energy passes it, it makes a noise. If a lot of energy passes it or stays around it, it will light up and be glitzy, glammy and loud. So we've got to listen out for that, especially when we're on other floors. This, at one time, was a wine cellar for the house in the 1700s. There's a few images here that you're probably not going to be able to get to, but there was a house attached to this at one point. They just stuck it on the side, and it didn't have long left to live. And the story that I've heard, some people say that it went into decline and a whole lot of that. The true story of the building that was here, it was just simply not grand enough for the family that lived here. They wanted something even bigger and better, and they ended up building Cresswell Hall. Now, Cresswell Hall is just up the road, and some people say that Cresswell Hall fell apart because it was haunted, and they ended up leaving it. Now, there's plenty of stories of subsidence in that area as well. I'm sure that was an issue, but one member of the family claimed it was too haunted, and that's why the council couldn't sell it when they took it over. The council tried to sell it for 6 years without being able to get rid of it. Now, don't forget to share this broadcast. You'll win yourself a nice prize and some goodies. We've got a whole range of goodies we stick in a bag for you. But share this broadcast, if you will. Let's get our tale out there to as many people. And that story of a building being cursed, I can't think of any other reason why a building that was based loosely on the temples of Solomon, with a huge garden that was modelled on Versailles, that's Cresswell Hall, why would that be allowed to fall into disrepair?
Crazy, isn't it? When you see it on there, that picture there.
Well, that's not it. That's the mansion house that we see here.
Right.
Cresswell Hall's just up the road, but it was massive, and there's only the stable block left. But for it only to have existed for about 100 years, you think there's got to be
Must be a reason.
a good reason. But in here, we've got in the cabinet, you've got red ochre, which people over the years have painted and drawn with. You've got a reindeer skull as well.
Fantastic, isn't it?
It is amazing. But I think we should go into the dark place. Stick your torch down.
But it's on the stairs in case anything passes.
I love the fact that there's an HP bottle in
So
there,
there's the REM pod.
an HP sauce bottle in there,
Yeah.
a glass one.
It is amazing. I brought a little, because people were asking, can you bring a head torch or something similar? So I've got a little tiny.
You don't need a torch.
Well, I'm going to bring this one just to...
We need the light vision, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's try the night vision, Kenny.
And the necromancer people are asking for.
It's just there's no signal down here for it whatsoever, so you need a telephone signal.
Are we not using the mic on this for now?
Can do, or just
Let's
the other
get
one.
it.
Let's get what we can for them.
Now, again, I always say that on buildings like this. How's a knight with swords and stuff supposed to get up somewhere like this with narrow steps? Oh my goodness, this is huge up here. And I see a couple of things.
They're in the main, that's the main doorway. The original doorway.
That's the original doorway. Must say the difference between the torches that we use, these are massive. This thing here, Tony, I don't know whether you can come and see this. It's a sperm whale bone. The bone of a sperm whale.
200-year-old, that next year.
Yeah, 1822. Yeah. Amazing.
So that's older than any living person on the planet.
This is quite a building. Not getting any kind of feel. Are you feeling anything, Kenny? I'm just going to sit and see. Oh, the firing. Oh, just gone. Did you catch that, Kenny?
I think I might go on the night cam. It just went off there straight away, didn't it? The sort of, I don't know what the images flickering. But that went off there straight away. That's strange, isn't it?
Well, it's something.
That's because in its first early doors, they went off straight away.
Did you hear that?
I heard it.
Was that over beside you?
It seemed to be this way.
You heard it though?
Oh, I definitely heard it.
Did you get it, Tony?
No, I'm just trying to reconnect. We've gone off the
Oh, we've gone, have we?
off the Wi-Fi.
Crazy, the ball went off straight away.
Yeah.
Last week and then it never did it again the rest of the night, did it?
Yeah.
It's like there was a signal.
Are we back, Tony?
Just keep going because this is recording. Doesn't make any difference.
Did you manage to catch any of the ball?
I think I got the ball on here.
I think I'm pining for the bigger light, maybe. Anything on the night vision, Kenny?
Well, when the ball went off, there was a flickering on here as well.
Right.
Yeah, which I couldn't explain it in there, it was talking about. I'm intrigued by this here, which is a toilet, isn't it?
It's got poo in it. I'm not kidding.
It has, I know.
I don't know whether they've got one of the old-fashioned toilets used in the Peel Tower.
Well, it's called, it's not called, what do you mean it's called? What's it called? Is it Garter Road?
Garter Road.
Garter Road.
Yeah, it's the French for it.
Yeah. So that's where they hung their clothes in there as well. To keep the moths away, apparently. They hung them up because you put the clothes in there and that would keep the moths away. And now instead you hang your clothes in what?
A wardrobe.
Exactly.
A garter robe.
Garter Road, wardrobe. There you go. Learn something tonight.
Tell you, we're educating ourselves every time. There's a lot of cool artifacts in these things as well, things they've found in glass cases. If there's anything there, please let yourself be known to us.
Love this for the kids, where kids can sort of dig through the sand.
Dig through the sand and pull bones and crockery and stuff out. If there's anything here, make yourself known to us. We've come for you. If there is any remnant of the past still here, share with us. Oh! Just got a little bit of movement
Right.
on the balcony, on the minstrel's gallery.
There.
Yeah. Just got a little bit of movement. You getting anything, Kenny?
Not on here. There was a noise there, like a scratching noise.
What's coming from the back, from the gallery?
Yeah. And once again, strange, no holes, nothing.
Isn't that weird?
Right, when people say, oh, it's just dust, and it's like, you get more dust in here than everything.
There's a ton of dust in here, but not a hint of an hole.
Not a thing at all.
Oh, it completely changes the grand fireplace. You're trying to picture this in the day, what it would have been like with people in here. It is. It's peaceful in here though, isn't it? I'm not picking up any kind of negative vibe at all. And I know people have put this place back together again, which is positive and lovely. But for the amount of stuff that's happened here and hereabouts, or maybe just not inside. Maybe just not inside.
It's a different vibe altogether when you go across here.
Is it?
It's freezing. Just there.
But that is the way to the roof, isn't it?
It is. Well, it's really cold.
That's weird, because if you put your hand in there, that's actually not cold. How weird is that? Because you'd have thought that would... Reach in if you want.
Yeah,
It's not cold.
no. But here it is.
So how's that possible?
I have no idea.
Oh,
Different people here.
doing my little trick again.
Yeah. Different people here.
Yeah, I've got a warm arm and a cool arm, and the cool arm's inside.
Yeah. Different feeling just there.
Now, I think this leads up to the balcony. I'm gonna see where...
And the roof.
And the roof. I'm not going to the roof yet, but I think the balcony definitely. Ah. Be careful coming up here, Kenny. I know what you like. Right. We're up.
There's something behind me there. Like
What?
Like a stone dropping.
What, behind you?
Yeah, I heard something.
Any sign of anything?
I don't know, it's too dark. It just sounded like a stone dropping. How weird. Hopefully that's caught.
Right down there.
Yeah,
Behind him, he
behind
said?
me.
Behind him.
Hopefully it picked up on the mic.
Right, somebody just moved up the white.
What?
Like a white. Oh, there. All of a sudden I was saying there was no orbs. And then I've just like a couple have just went upwards past here. On the night vision.
Right. There's something here then. Come on then. Don't mess with us. Share stuff with us. What have you got? It's so quiet in here. Isn't it weird? Because outside, you know there's stuff in those woods.
Yeah.
You can feel the stuff in those woods. But Tony's had something, and that's not like Tony to notice something.
Yeah, I just noticed something drop behind us, and there's nothing above.
Well, there's nothing to drop though, is there? No. It's a wood ceiling.
It's a stone floor.
Come on. If there is anything here, join with us. We're here with love and respect for anything that's here. If there's any energy floating around, especially if you're that young lady who lost her life. Was that you, Tony?
No, I'm still.
I've just heard something moving directly beneath me. I thought it was you on the wooden floor. Did you hear that?
I heard a noise.
Like a dragging noise?
Yeah.
Hard to believe that people would fire bows and arrows outside these windows. It was Gwen.
That's weird. Again, right at the start, it went off.
Yeah.
If you're here, light the balls up.
Just like touch the ball, make it flash.
I hear scraping a lot.
Yeah.
Are you hearing any?
Yeah.
If there's anyone here, come on, share with us. Make any kind of noise. We'd love you to join us any which way you can. I think we'll head up. Let's go even higher.
What about the neck row here? Have you
If I
got?
can get any kind of signal, do you want to hold this? It's my ever-dimming
Yeah.
light thing. Yeah, we'll try the necromancer.
See?
Just don't know whether we'll get any service here is the thing. We'll try. Right, here we go. Don't want to press the wrong button. Not after the WhatsApp message you just sent me. Just don't ask. Don't ask. Is there anybody with us tonight? Please talk to us. Is there anyone here who worked in this tower? Who lived here? There's a woman's voice in there. Did you hear it? Are any of you Cresswells? It's a car. Want to talk to a Cresswell? Is there anyone in here with us now? What's your name? What's your name? What's your name? You hear a knock? Is that you, Tony?
No, it sounded like it was below, down the stairs.
Downstairs? Yeah, I heard it. Yeah. Just heard the noise of somebody scraping something. Like dragging a foot along the floor. What's your opinion of Reavers? Did you fight Reavers? Yes. Wow. There's a cool snap up this.
Yeah, just here.
Yeah. I still don't understand. Oh, let's just stop that for a moment. I think I've stopped it.
It's still going.
Still going. Right. Let's try and make it. Let's climb upstairs. Can I have that little torch? Just otherwise I know, I think I must be running down. Got a big metal gate. They do secure house bells. Got to be a bit careful. Oh. I'm now up on the castle walls looking out. I know during the day you can see way over the tops of the houses, bats flying beneath me now. Kenny, I'm going to need your torch up here as well. During the day you can see way out to sea up here. Need your torch, Kenny? And he's got the big, super powerful torch. He's just coming up. There's the tower where she would have been. That's where she would have stood. You imagine just touching the place, the steps where she walked. Yeah, you're living that history of a tragic love story right here. Now don't forget, share, please, as much as you possibly can. Get it out to everybody that you know, so that we can grow and travel even further, looking for cool places. We've had the odd knock, we've had a little bit of activity. Kenny, can you come up? We need your torch, mate. Need your torch. No, your torch. Your torch. Oh, bats flying directly beneath us. And the big torch, yeah. Just see that it kind of, it might have been a reflection of your light, but just down the bottom I saw just a hint of, and I know Kenny's not there, just a hint of light. Almost like a moving orb. Slightly bigger than an orb. What's your step, Kenny? Kenny in those stairs isn't a recipe for disaster. I don't know what is. But we need that torch to light things up. Quick as you can, Ken. What's your step? It's just you've got the superpower. Have you got them both now?
Got one torch.
Just one, okay. Just watch your step, it's really dangerous. Oh, you've got this camera as well. Careful, man. Got it. And wow. Beyond the houses is where the sea is. You can't see the sea, but if you are looking during the day, the land and the fields go along so far, then there's the sea wall, and over the sea wall. Amazing. And what's behind us? The tangled, knotted river woodland that we're going to be going into next. God, that does not look spooky, doesn't it? That is. That's where we're heading next. Yeah, we're going in there next, Ken.
That wood.
Yeah.
Nice.
But that's where she was, there. Poor soul. I'll give you the torch back. Can you just be careful on your way down?
Right.
And forget the night vision camera on the way down.
Right.
Because really you've got to be a bit careful down there.
Not look at the night vision.
No, I would not. For sure.
Right. One step at a time.
Yeah, I think so. Do you want me to take one of them so you can hold on to something?
All right.
You sure?
Yep. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'll manage. Yeah, I'll manage.
What's that head on that?
Yeah, no, it caught me the first time I came up. She walked down these narrow staircases. Imagine with a spear and a shield and a bow and arrow. Don't know how you'd manage that, but
No idea.
they are.
Tony gonna get them all right.
I'm just worried about me at the minute.
You see?
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks, man.
He's dark
Yeah.
and his steps aren't great.
No. Let's get back into that. Grab my torch. I think my torch is here somewhere. Torch up here. Down the bottom, because this little piddly torch isn't doing it. I'm going to get my torch and check, see what that noise was. You know, we heard a bang. Don't worry about me, man. I'm fine. Just you wait for
You come back up.
Tony. I will be heading that way. Yeah, I know where it is. I'm here. Got it. Ow! Oh!
You all right?
Ah, damn. Yeah, I'm all right. Yeah. Oh, dear God. Oh, that was one of those, damn, ankle moments. Oh. Right. Oh. Didn't have it.
It is quiet in here, isn't it?
What's there? Nothing's happening.
Heard the REM pod.
Did you hear it?
I heard it.
I just had a quick look outside. Oh, kind of went over on my ankle there. Yeah.
All right?
Yeah. My clumsiness, it wasn't anything spectral. I think we're going to have to leave this a little while. We'll go out and hit the woods. See what's there. Let's do that.
What's these steps?
No, well, these are the ones that are plummeted down. Ah, oh, damn ankle. Be up like a pudding in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I got them.
One at a time.
Just didn't the last time. That was a...
Yeah, one step, then two steps.
Yeah. Got it. Right. We're out.
I've done exactly the same
Are you all right?
on that last step, isn't it?
It's the last one's
It's
a...
that last one.
Yeah.
What's your Tony? Could you forget that last one?
Come out, Ken. You getting anything over there? On the night vision? Or
You need-
is it off?
Need the extra battery in case it goes off.
Okay, mate.
Got it on.
It's for the battery. I'll shut this door
Okay.
as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's head in that direction. We're both walking wounded, aren't we?
It was that last step. The woods. What the hell was that?
What?
I heard something.
Something
What?
smashed off the camera.
Smashed off the camera.
Yeah,
What?
Is it on?
Is it on?
yeah, it's on. So something smashed off it. Like on this screen here.
What have you got? Anything?
I don't know if it got it or
I
not,
heard
because it
something.
hit the screen.
I heard like a clunk.
Do you think it's Elizabeth? What's her name?
We don't know her name.
White lady.
The white lady, which
No,
is...
I was going to call her Elizabeth for some reason.
The night cam. It wouldn't have got on the. It wouldn't have recorded because they hit the screen.
Do you think it came off the roof?
I don't,
Well,
I definitely heard it.
I cannot imagine where else it could have come from.
well, we're on gravel. Was it gravel? There's a big snaily there. Is that what? Pottery. Yeah?
Oh my god!
You think it was that was chucked at you?
Well, that's really old pottery.
Looks...
Look at the screen.
I don't know
That's
whether
like something you would dig up on
on a dig.
digging up the past, all right. But what fun we had. Not when it hit the screen. That came from up there. It must have.
I don't know whether I just heard a
No,
noise.
it hit the
Like
screen.
I couldn't put me.
This window open. That window's open. Was that open?
I didn't go that far in, or to the back.
That window's open.
You think it could have been thrown from in there?
That's what it, well, I can understand where it would have come from. It hit the screen. It hit the camera.
Well, let's hope there's something on the screen when we look back at
You
it.
would definitely hear it.
I heard it and I wasn't near you.
That was the weirdest thing.
So we've just had something amazing. Share, please. We doubled our shares last week. Let's treble and quadruple them this time round. Do you have voices there?
Yeah, and it's in,
There's nobody there. I heard voices. Male voices, deep. But, share. Now, no, well, yeah, go on then. Well, he's fallen, I've fallen, it's a night, and where are we heading next? Remember the last time we were here, we talked about how 2 Reaver families had a big to-do here. I have subsequently discovered the name of the 2 Reaver families and the full nasty, bloody story. Come with me and I'll tell you a little bit about it. Well, Kenny, nice and slow, Ken. In the land to the west of the tower. Now, I believe that that is this area. Because if you look at the tower front on, the west is this area here. The land to the west of the tower. And it was said that a family called the Lales went off to try and get their cattle, some of their cattle back from a family called the Herons, and it was the Lales and the Herons. They were deadly enemies. It was a feud of the worst kind. And while the Herons were on their way here, knowing that the Lales were bringing cattle here, the Herons got here before the main party. Now, camped here was Beth Lale. She was the matriarch of the family, the grandmother, the boss, along with the patriarch, whose name was John Lale, and Beth Lale. They were the 2 people running the whole Lale family, which was about 1,000 men. That's a, it's a large group. Now, Beth came here with her 4 daughters and their children, the grandchildren. There was about 8 of them. And the idea was, we'll camp near the Peel Tower, because they had an agreement with the Cresswells who lived here that they would be able to camp here without any kind of problem. One presumes sliding them a few cattle for their trouble. But this was before the cattle arrived. Most of the menfolk weren't here. And the Herons got here before they did. And they killed the matriarch of the family. They killed Beth, they killed the 4 daughters, they killed all of the grandchildren, including little babies. So when the rest of the Lales got here, just as that was ending, they heard the kerfuffle, they poured in here with the cattle, and they killed all of the Herons except one. Jed Heron escaped. He was the patriarch of the Heron family, their worst enemies. So John Lale declared in the town square at Alnwick, anyone hiding Heron, their entire family line, as many of them as there are, would be forfeit. They would kill every single member of any family hiding him. Well, there's a small village not that far away from here called Brockenfield, and some of Heron's relatives lived there. But they heard what John Lale had said, and they knew how violent John Lale could be. And they got hold of their own relative and they handed him across to John Lale, who brought him back here to this land where the women and children were murdered and decapitated him. Right here. Share all of this, please. This, oh, this is spooky out here, mind. Look at these trees. I always wonder what stories they could tell. And especially when you look back and see the castle It's a basel, actually. A defendable tower, so that you could see any trouble coming your way and defend against it. Amazing. Just an amazing thing. It is spooky out in the darkness, man, isn't it? And it's out here that there's said to be all kinds of different things. Can you hear voices?
I heard something there.
Definitely a voice.
Definitely.
Oh, bugs as well. I'm getting voices. Voices, voices, voices. It's much edgier out here, mine, Tony.
Definitely. It's very quiet inside. It's very warm as well out here. It's weird.
It is to be this near the coast.
I know.
There's supposed to be a path off to the right hand side that we should go down.
Is that way? Yeah, there's only one path here.
See again?
I can only see one path at the minute.
There's supposed to be another one that goes off to the right.
You've got the another battery in the bag. 20 minutes, that's it.
You got another battery?
How do we change them? Is it this one?
I'll do. No, it's underneath. I'll do you want to do it?
I've got the bag.
Yeah, you need the battery out of the bag.
Right, I'll get the battery in the bag first.
And in the meantime, we'll just see what we shall see. There's got to be stuff out here.
If you're a supporter, you'll get all the night vision footage as well that Kenny's filming now.
Be amazing to see what that thing was that actually grabbed the camera or whatever it was.
Can you shine on this or?
It's underneath.
Is it?
You got to take that off. The thingies.
Do you hear a noise there?
In the trees earlier, there was like a whispering I heard.
I heard voices.
Right, I heard voices after that. I heard like whispering as well. It's really weird because the twig moved before I even got anywhere near it. I'll take the torch.
Okay, man, good luck. You can understand why people would feel it's safe to come. You know, you're not very far from the huge Peel Tower, but you could get yourself in these woods and just secrete yourself.
It's so wide, you know,
Yeah.
it's stretched out really wide and there's loads of hiding places.
And all of the tree line and what's what? What's that? The hell was that? I'm getting blackness over there, Kenny. Take your torch out for a second. You see it?
That's where I got one before.
Just a really dark. Can you see it? It'll just dark. You need to be over this way a bit, Tony.
There, isn't it?
Can you see it? In your there, just to the right.
Yeah.
You getting anything?
Not
Not really.
no.
Damn. Got to be careful with these as well. We've got some serious nettles going on here. Yeah, the parasites on the tree, you've seen it. Ivy's eating it away. What's that? So many stories about this part of the world. I'm being pointed over there. Right, I know what I'm going to do. Let's see if we can get the ghost radar kicking. Let's Alright, come on then. See what's being told to us. Hang on, something's been detected. What direction is it? Usually gives you the direction where the energy's been picked up. It's that way. I felt it was that way. It's in that copse of trees, something. A scared spirit, it says. It's picking up fear. And a message. Putting yourself much risk. Putting yourself much risk. Are we? Why are we? People who were here previously did. If you're a reaver with your long pole, your border lance, taking people's lives. Tony, you've got to be able to see this with your camera. You must be able to. Can you see it? Now there's a torch full on it. Can you see over that mound just blackness?
Yeah.
How? There's a torch on it.
You can see black in the torch, definitely, without a doubt.
But why? Because it's got a torch on it. It should all be lit up. You know, like you light that, look. If you light up any other area,
Yeah,
it's,
yeah. No.
but not
freaky.
there. That's just...
Definitely got shadows on there.
Yeah,
Looks
I
like
know.
people standing in a row.
I know, that's what I was getting. Yeah, like 5 or 6 of them hiding in the
Yeah.
hedgerows.
Just looks like people.
Wow. Oh look, did you get one closer up moving?
Strange, isn't it?
Are you picking any of the movement up?
Well, you can see the shadows. Zoom in a bit.
I'm getting movement. If Kenny wasn't so far out, I'd get him there, but maybe the additional light might be more harm than good. That's weird. That made my heart move a bit faster. I hope people at home got a bit of that. Maybe on the big screen tellies they could
Work them out.
shed a bit of light on it. It's an amazing story about a man called... Hang on. Carrots. Right. Kinmont Willie Armstrong was a border reaver from Cumbria and the Scottish borders. He only came down to Cresswell once, and it's an amazing, bloody nasty story. I'm going to tell that next, but it's time for us to bring an end to the first hour. Blimey, we started early. We said we had to in respect for our hosts here today. If people want to continue watching, because we've got a lot more, we're going to recap the haul. We're going to do all of this. We've already seen what we think could have been figures, crouching figures. We've had the odd noise. Just feel like it's building. Oh. You know what I mean? If people want to keep watching, how do they do it, Tony?
If you're on Facebook, just become a supporter, and part 2 will start in a few minutes' time. And on YouTube, just join the channel, and part 2 will be available, and the night vision on both as well. So
now, we are going to take you to... There's something over there, Tony. We're going to take you to explain why beyond an amazing revitalised peel tower, there's the land at the side which is the curses of Cresswell. The curse of a man called Kinmont Willie Armstrong. I'll tell you his bloody story, which involves death. Like every single one of his adventures, he made sure someone always died. And I'll tell you what happened to him, and I'll tell you who died when we get back. That was clear as day over there, mate, Tony. You heard it too, didn't you?
definitely. Don't know what it was.
Couldn't be Kenny, because Kenny's about a mile down this road.